Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Friday, TGIF. June the 13th, Friday the 13th. Hope you're having a good morning, good day, wherever you are. I am not being technically very bright this morning. All right, forgot to plug things in. Blah. And Elena says, good morning. How are you doing? Are you feeling better, Elena? Mary, good morning. Happy Friday the 13th. Hope you're feeling better, Elena. You are the first one here, the early bird, indeed. And she's on the West Coast, so she's super early. Mary, how's your day at the library? Elena says, yes, she is feeling better. Good. All right, so quick announcements. I don't have any sprints tonight. I don't do them on Friday night. Our next sprints are tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern, and those go for 5 hours. So we do sprints 3 times a week, every Tuesday and Thursday evenings, and Saturday afternoons. I was just looking at my hair. Happily, I have a trim tomorrow, so it is due and get it out of my face. All right, we ended on the whoopie pies one, I seem to recall. So we're going to look at the rest of the cozy mysteries, and then if there's time, anything else that caught my attention, and there were a couple. Looms, Lies, and Legends by C.J. Bellevue. Tales so twisted, so as in sewing. Rowan Miller is finally home for good and determined to turn her family's old dilapidated mansion into the perfect bed and breakfast, but Spinner's End, the crumbling family estate she's inherited, holds more than forgotten fabrics and dwindling dust bunnies. Everything unravels when Sylvia Weaver, Fable Fern's beloved clothier, famous for her intricate wool clothing designs, is found dead in her car outside the mansion, entwined in shimmering gold thread linked to the Miller family's magic. With the townfolk's suspicions stitching a narrative of guilt around her family, Rowan has little choice but to investigate and clear the Miller name. Alongside her scruffy and ever-loyal Finnish Spitz Stitch, she begins piecing together a tangled mystery of enchanted fabrics, dangerous bargains, and mythical spindles. As Rowan unravels deadly secrets, she must find the truth before Fable Fern's history tears her and her new life apart at the seams. A Marvelous Murder by David S. Peterson. Hollywood, 1939. When film director Orland Orcott is found dead in his locked study, police rule it a suicide. However, movie star Victor Marvel believes otherwise and sets out to investigate, aided by his handsome boyfriend Griffin and Eve Spellman, Victor's smart young co-star. Suspects include Orland's son Tab, an aspiring actor who was blacklisted after his father found out that he's gay, and Sheila, a former mistress of Orland's, tossed aside when he took up with a new starlet. Added to the list are William Taylor, a has-been that Orland delighted in humiliating, William's daughter Lydia, who may have slept with Orland to get her father a movie role, Agatha Mudd, a gossip columnist, and a secret past is also a suspect. And Orland's long-suffering wife, Marjorie. Was it suicide or murder? The trio is on the case to find the truth, but suspects and grudges abound. With so many motives for murder, finding the killer won't be easy, but no one else cares as long as Orland Orcott is dead. End of that row. You know, sometimes they just tell you too much. It's like, let me discover it. Here's every single possible suspect. No, let me just read it. Oh, maybe I'm cranky today. Kim says, good morning. Good morning. Are you feeling better too? Mary, it was a nice day. I go again today to sub in the afternoon. Been busy. Indeed. Holy moly. Mary says, hi, Kim. Hope you're doing well. Elena says hello to Kim. And Kim says, hi, Elena. And Emily, hi, everyone. Hi, Emily. Good morning. Mary says, hi, Emily. Nice to see you. What the Spell? By L. Ren Burke. First in the Spell-Booked Mysteries. Kinley Pagewright should be getting cake shoved in her face, but she's sobbing and cutting up her wedding dress while wearing it when energy explodes from her, demolishing her bridal suite. I hate it when that happens. A magical detective appears out of nowhere, wow, and insists she's a witch. He drags Kinley through a portal to a hidden island while she's still wearing the world's stuffiest marshmallow of a gown. The detective insists Kinley is the new owner of a sentient magical bookshop named Paige, who is rapidly shutting down after her long-lost grandmother's death. Oh, my goodness. If she doesn't bond with Paige, he'll fade for good. As much as Kinley loves books, she's not sure she can handle a bookshop who comments on her hair. Not only that, she'd inherit an upstairs tenant who's so pleasant, Kinley threatens to choke her a minute after they meet. The next morning, Kinley's failing to work her grandmother's magical coffee pot when an exuberant talking cat leads her to, of course. She trips, and as much as she wants to blame the lack of caffeine, she's pretty sure it's the dead body on the threshold, the body of the tenant she argued with the day before. It doesn't take long for the detective to appear again, this time to tell her she's a murder suspect. What the spell? Wow. That's a lot. That's all I'm going to say. A Dapper Murder by Keith Finney, third in the Rex and Dowager series. Kim says, for now. Oh, Kim says, hey, Mary. Emily says, nice to see everyone. During the school year, I'm arriving to work. During the summer, I'm just waking up. Oh, that's a lovely thing. We appreciate you being here. Norwich, 1922. When a glamorous model is shot mid-stride at a high society fashion show, Eleanor, Dowager Duchess of Drakeford, wastes no time assembling her unconventional team, her unflappable assistant Rex Sutherland and Inspector Whipple of Scotland Yard. But before they can make sense of the crime, another young woman is found dead, this time in a far more brutal manner. As whispers of scandal ripple through the drawing rooms of the elite, all signs point to the elusive Three Circles Society, a secretive group with powerful members and dangerous motives. With reputations at stake and the body count rising, the trio must navigate a world of silk, shadows, and scandal to expose the truth hiding beneath the glamour. Still thinking about that last book. I'm all for humor, but even in cozy crime fiction, there's been a crime, and most typically a murder. Have some respect. Bruh. More copy. Silenced Secrets by C.S. MacDonald, sixth in the Owl's Nest Mysteries. On a blustery winter morning in 1964, a young woman is found dead in an alley. Reports of the unmarried woman's pregnancy send shockwaves through the community. Knowing the ruinous impact the truth could have on their families, the local men deny any relationship with her. Alexa Owl and Detective Slater are assigned to travel back to 1965 to reveal who killed the woman, why, and who fathered her child. They soon discover respectable friends from their own time could be involved, and if so, Alexa fears relationships in the 21st century could be shattered. In the interim, Detective Slater is informed he's been placed on probation. Mishaps on this assignment will not be tolerated. This is his last chance to fulfill the requirements to join St. Peter's Guardian Angel Squad. Suddenly, Alexa is torn back into the 21st century. Torn back into? Someone she once cared for has been murdered. Worse, mysterious text messages were sent to her before the murder, and they were answered, but not by Alexa. Meanwhile, back in 1965, Slater insists he can manage on his own. Nevertheless, his angel mentor, Detective Bobby Starr, has tapped someone else to take Alexa's place. He believes Slater and his new partner will be an unstoppable team. Is it too late for Slater? These books are making me run to procedurals. Or maybe I'm just cranky. I've had coffee, but they're really irritating me, and I'm sorry, that's me. These are probably just absolutely wonderful. For the right reader. Meows and Murder by Nicolette Pierce, third in the Black Moon mystery. When a vampire turns up dead, he was already dead, in the peculiar town of Forgotten Falls, it's up to Wren to crack the case. All that's left behind, a pile of ashes and a house crammed with hundreds of cuckoo clocks. As Wren digs deeper, a century-old case reemerges. Could be connected to her investigation. That could be. With secrets surfacing and suspects popping up like angry gnomes, Wren must race to stop a killer before the past repeats itself. Beware, this mystery includes cuckoo townsfolk, a gnome uprising, and vampires who like to nibble. End of that row. Puzzles and Premieres by Elizabeth Pantley, 10th in the Magical Mystery Book Club. This book club does more than read their books. They are absorbed right into the story to become the amateur sleuths. To exit the book and get back home, they need to solve the mystery and reach the end. In this journey, they travel to mountaintop ski town to experience the enchanting setting of a famous film festival. They'll meet movie stars, producers, and directors. They'll watch a film premiere, go skiing, and eat at fancy restaurants. It's all very glamorous and exciting until a famous actress disappears. The book club is on the case. They discover clues in the most unusual way by putting together enchanted jigsaw puzzles. As usual, the club finds plenty of time to enjoy the unique setting of their journey as they put together the mystery, one puzzle piece at a time. Am I having the equivalent of get off my lawn morning? All these books. Get off my lawn. Get off my mystery genre. City of Secrets by Diane Harmon, 15th in the Ozarks Cozy Mystery Series. When a powerful trafficking ring is exposed in the quiet town of Clover, Missouri, the fallout is far from over. Antique shop owner turned investigator Della Fox thought she'd helped bring justice to the victims, but whispers of someone even more dangerous pull her back into the shadows. As Della juggles suspicious new town programs, a secretive letter pointing to a hidden mastermind, and the unexpected return of a man from her past, she realizes the danger is far from gone. With Sheriff Jared Metcalf growing uneasy, a new police chief shaking things up, and Clover's mayor determined to bury the past, Della must follow the trail of suspects before another young woman is silenced. In a city where power hides behind smiling faces and clean reputations, the truth is more twisted than Della ever imagined. Can she unravel the mystery before it's too late? Do you ever have those names or encounter this where the romantic interest, like in this case, the name is associated with somebody that you know? Like in this case with Sheriff Jared Metcalf, I will not find this person attractive when I read it because I have a nephew named Jared. So it's like that name is gone for me in books. Wow, I'm all over the place today. You're on a roll of snarkiness this morning. It was PK, refreshing and fun. Yes, I'm rolling around in the snarky. Snarkiness abounds. Dark Arts and Crafts, Danica Drury Mystery Book number 3 by Sherry Soule. Danica Drury's life is finally mostly drama-free. She's got a swoon-worthy boyfriend, a bestie who fully supports her nosiness, and a cat who tolerates her existence. Running Karma Moon with Grandma Elsie keeps her busy, especially with the locals gossiping about an artisanal candlemaker's latest collection having magical properties. But when Grandma Elsie stumbles upon the body of Angus McKinley beside a spooky altar, Danica's plans for a normal week of dating, crafting, and tacos go up in smoke. You can still have the tacos. Everyone in town knows about the legendary Blackstone spell, said to maybe sort of kind of grant immortality. I threw in the kind of, I was, riffing. And thanks to Angus's big mouth, she suspects the suspects are piling up faster than Danica's true crime playlist. Now she must use her psychic lie detecting ability to uncover the truth before the killer snuffs out someone else. Who would kill for eternal youth? More like easier to say who wouldn't. I wouldn't. Are the dark arts behind Angus's murder, and why does every mystery always leave Danica wishing she'd just snuggled in bed with her cat? Well, that's a choice. You can do it. It's not your job. Truly, it's not your job. You know what, Mary? I'm just going to embrace the snarky. The Bookworm by K.P. Stafford. You have that backwards. 3rd in the Cobbler's Bluff Christian Cozy Mysteries. When Peggy Stark stumbles upon a hidden metal door behind a dusty bookshelf in her beloved Blackbriar books, she doesn't expect it to lead to a long-forgotten underground room or a mystery her late grandfather kept carefully concealed. Together with her spirited cousins, Marnie and Arlene, Peggy uncovers a journal filled with cryptic notes, eerie symbols, and whispers of a powerful book that was never meant to be found. But they aren't the only ones searching. A strange woman arrives in Cobbler's Bluff with unsettling questions and a chilling warning. The book must be returned or darkness will follow. That's called night. As the girls dig deeper, they begin to suspect that the legendary grimoire isn't just a relic of folklore, but something real and dangerous. With the help of their quirky small-town allies and a whole lot of caffeine, the trio must outwit shadowy strangers, dodge town gossip, and solve a mystery generations in the making. The past is calling, but what it reveals could change everything. End of that row. Morning Waffles, first in the Uma Blanchard Cozy Mystery Series by Trixie Fairdale. Now that name sounds like some magical cozy mystery. Cajun Curmudgeon. I recognize curmudgeon part. Uma Blanchard can't seem to catch a break. While prepping for a long-awaited cruise due to set sail hours after her youngest daughter's wedding, the corpse of her would-be son-in-law, Carl Easterly, is found face down in his pile of waffles, shaking the quirky town of Killjoy, Louisiana, to its deep-fried core. With her vicious chihuahua, her almost grandson, and her handsome stuntman neighbor, the aging amateur sleuth embarks on a uniquely southern adventure to solve the wild bayou murder mystery in time to still board her cruise. Your daughter just lost her husband. The hilarious self-proclaimed queen of karaoke vows to help the begrudging sheriff and his bumbling deputy crack the case. But the more she noses around, the more danger she finds herself in. The zany plot thickens when sassy mother of five reveals a harsh truth: that half of Killjoy had a motive to kill Carl. Last one. Let's get through this one. Cruisers Club, a Losers Club murder mystery, book number 9 by Yvonne Vincent. Penny and Jim are fair scunnered. Their wedding cruise is meant to be a dream come true, so why do their guests look ready to mutiny? Maybe it's the surprise destination, maybe it's the storm trapping them at sea, or maybe it's the dead body that turns up before the cake's even been cut. With Sergeant Wilson too seasick to investigate, it's up to Losers Club to unmask the killer. But as excitement builds about a display of ancient crown jewels, believed lost for centuries, they discover that none of their fellow passengers are what they seem, although one of them looks awfully familiar. And when they stumble upon a long-kept wartime secret, it becomes clear that murder was just the beginning. Between solving the crime, unraveling a jewel heist, and keeping their wedding on track, Penny and Jim have their hands full. If they don't crack this case fast, till death do us part might come sooner than planned. We are done, thank God. Not to say there weren't some good ones. There was just much fodder for, why is it in there twice? Snarky. He says, oh, please do. Alrighty, so these were things that caught my attention. We've got about 3 minutes left. These were also published this week. Grand Finales. This is nonfiction. The Creative Longevity of Women Artists by Susan Gruber. One of our most formidable literary critics explores how 9 women artists flourished creatively in their final acts. She began to think, in the last years of our lives, can we shape and change our creative capabilities? The answer is with a resounding yes. So this spotlights, it doesn't say who it spotlights, it doesn't say, other than on the cover, Georgia O'Keeffe, Colette, Isaac Dinesen, George Eliot, some names there. I thought that was very interesting. I might actually get that one. Another nonfiction, Cooler Than Cool, The Life and Work of Elmore Leonard. If you like crime fiction, he was a big name. This is by C.M. Cushions. .512 pages. And these last two are fiction. I think they are more historical fiction. The Fire Concerto by Sarah Landenwich. About a brilliant 19th century female pianist from Poland lost to history and another woman's quest to ensure she is not forgotten, with a shocking twist of a finale. Clara Bishop hasn't touched a piano since a concert hall fire nearly took her life a decade ago, ending her career as a rising star in the world of classical music. Significantly scarred and unable to play, she has turned away from everything and everyone she associates with music, especially her ruthless mentor, Madame, whom Clara blames for her injuries. Her life is upended when Madame dies, leaving Clara an unexpected inheritance, an ornate 19th century metronome with a cryptic message hidden inside. And then this one is also fiction. The English Masterpiece by Catherine, I think it's Ray. Set in the art world of 1970s London, full of glamour and secrets, tensions and lies, as one young woman races against the clock to uncover the truth about a Picasso masterpiece, perfect for the fans of blah, blah, blah. So this girl's at an opening. The opening is beyond anyone's expectations. The lighting, the champagne, the glittering crowd, and the international acclaim, until Lily does the unthinkable. She stops in front of a masterpiece and hears her own voice say, "It's a forgery." The gallery falls silent. So, that is all we have time for today. Emily says, hope everyone has a good day. You too. Enjoy your summer Friday off. Elena says, thank you. See you tomorrow afternoon. Thank you. You continue to get better, sweetie, okay? And Kim, have a great day, y'all. Absolutely. Back at you, baby. Alrighty. Well, I have to go get donuts for our crew because we have a truck to unload. I have to get the mail. And it's Friday. So again, I don't have any sprints tonight, as Elena was mentioning. It's tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern time, and they go for 5 hours. We'll look at a whole bunch of new releases next week. Hope you guys have a good Friday, a good weekend if I don't see ya. Mary, have a good day at the library. Oh, Emily's going to a used book sale. Oh, I'm jealous. Let us know what your haul is, okay? You'll probably make a video, but we want to know. And Mary says, thanks so much. Good to see everyone and have a great weekend. I'm going to Krispy Kreme. Oh, a long distance delivery isn't working properly. Yeah. And I can't even have one. I'm back on my food plan, so I can only provide. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching today, for watching this week. I love you all. And as the banner says, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom, nom, nom. Have a good day. God bless.